The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered with the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Or call 1-888-253-3139.
I've always believed in nutrition and herbs. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency.
I just received my Male Vitality about 3 days ago, and I must say, that is good stuff.
After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality and getting the day started.
It's not just the Super Male Vitality. All the products at InfoWarsLife.com are simply amazing. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
To the earth, riches, and wisdom. So we have even right there.
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the InfoWar. Michelle Dougherty is in studio with us, the Obama phone lady. We'll do a little bit of overdrive today. She's with us working on the Obama Deception 2. As soon as you hear these callers hang up, it's your chance to call in with your question for the Obama phone lady. And, of course, you remember, Obama gave us a phone. He's going to do more. Well, now we're here years later, and she's awake to the fact of the deception. So we'll get her take on that coming up today. Why not? She's in town for the film. I thought, why not have her pop in with us? She's here till next Tuesday. So I'm sure she'll be popping in maybe on the Sunday show, 4 to 6 p.m. Sunday, maybe on the Monday show. Got a lot of fun stuff. Going to Barton Springs plan, maybe go do some shooting. Look for all that at Infowars.com. We've got some big border news breaking tonight and tomorrow and over the weekend at Infowars.com. Judy, finishing up your point on Ebola and the open borders. Go ahead, Judy, from Florida.
Sure. What I was about to say is that there is a friend of mine that actually chastised me when I had talked about these people coming in as being illegal. She said, calling them illegal is dehumanizing. And I'm going, well, no, you cannot waltz into other nations and just ask to be put on their welfare rolls and ask for special services and everything. I said this is actually detrimental to the United States because we're basically a bankrupt country.
Well, yeah, look at the beauty of political correctness. You can't go to Mexico or China and get free health care and all this stuff and show up with your baby 9 months pregnant and have it 2 weeks later and it's all paid for and you get to stay there. No one else does this. We're a joke. And then all the politically correct people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter, go, hey, we'll use whatever word. And Michelle Obama says don't use the word bossy. That's against women. I mean, this is mind control, telling us how to talk, telling us what to do. You're saying you're not a citizen when you say you can't call someone else a non-citizen. Okay? I mean, this is crazy town. But this is how pliable and gullible this country is. This country is just full of chumps. Judy, I appreciate your call. It makes me want to throw up.
Amen.
What is your take? And we're going back to the calls here. What is your take specifically on all these illegals getting everything free and the rest of it, and veterans and citizens can't get jack crap? What is your take? What do you want to say to Obama?
I want to tell Obama that sucks, because here it is, people struggling here in America, and we're right here taking all this, and we're not getting anything. You know, even with the kids that's underage with no, what they call it, daycare, or, you know, you want to work and you can't work. And, you know, you got these people coming from all over and they get a job, don't have no Social Security, and they just get over like a fat rat. You know, as I was here today in Austin, Texas, you see a lot of Mexicans, but I bet you they're not recorded with a Social Security card and a number to work here. And they're here because the crime rate is low, but let them go to Cleveland, walk across the street, and they run their name through, they're going to jail. You know, that's sad how you got that, you know. You hadn't been in jail since the 80s. You had a ticket since then. We were talking about this yesterday, and for not having you were in jail for that. And then you spent days in there. They still say you owe $2,000 from 1980-something. You know, it's now built up to that. Right. And but again, it's discriminatory. But the illegals get to be above the law. Why is that? It's the way the economy is set up with Obama.
If you're a Hispanic U.S. citizen, you go to jail for drinking and driving. But if you're a Hispanic from Mexico, you don't most of the time. Why is that? Why are they above the law?
That's because they got the laws set up the way they want them set up. Like I was telling you, it's a town in Cleveland called Cleveland Heights. It's ran by the Jews, like some mafia stuff, you know? The Jews run these laws in Cleveland Heights.
The Jews run the laws in Cleveland.
Well, that's what I think, because when you go to the police department, they got their own little clique. Certain laws that's in Cleveland is legal. Certain laws in Cleveland Heights is illegal. How is that? Two different cities. Talking Cleveland Heights from Cleveland, you know? Different things you could do in Cleveland that you can't do in Cleveland Heights. And then when I really researched it, it's like a whole bunch of Jews run Cleveland Heights. So that's some mafia stuff, you know? And then where the president at when all that's going on?
Well, that's pretty standard for different cities to have different laws. And, you know, if different, you know, groups like Mexico has different laws than, say, Texas.
But Cleveland is one Cleveland.
What specifically, though? What specifically?
Specifically in Cleveland? Yeah. That I see that's different in Cleveland Heights? For instance, you could drive a car at Cleveland with a broke tail light and go through Cleveland Heights, and you can't drive it. That's anywhere, really. Like when I lived there, I had kids, and certain things I couldn't do. I said, but I can go to Cleveland and do it, and it's nothing. You know, like the laws for the housing. Certain things, none of your kids could catch a felony. Here it is, a man killed somebody, and they still living for free on Section 8.
Well, it is true that more elite areas and more wealthy areas tend to have laws in place, kind of like homeowners associations, that can be seen as very draconian. Right. I mean, is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, yeah. You know, like, I know for a fact that, you know, law is a law, but when I lived in Cleveland Heights, I was like, wow, you mean these people can make their own laws? You know?
Well, I mean, but that's the thing about a city. As long as it's lined up with the state law, then you can basically do what you want.
Well, I'm quite sure it was lined up with the state law, because Cleveland Heights is a very expensive, you know, it's like quote unquote.
Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be or it gets overturned.
Right. But
generally, though, the Supreme Court overturned Chicago's gun ban, but that hadn't stopped.
Right.
So sometimes cities do stuff that they shouldn't be able to do. Right. Now, expanding on that, and then we'll go back to the phone calls here, because people want to talk to you, and folks want to finish up with their Ebola comments as well. I mean, you've told me privately what you think about Obama, and you told me, well, I'm a Christian, I don't like to talk bad about folks, but tell us your heart. What you expected, what you thought, what you want to say to the Democratic Party itself.
What I want to say to the Democratic Party myself is that, you know, a lot of people was telling me about you get this, you do this, and where you going to go, and blah this, blah that. I don't care what they say. I was there. I worked for Obama. You know, he said things and laws was going to change. I haven't seen any changes yet. You know, he's been in office a while, and he did the best he could, but he could have did more. Like he said, you know, he's going to do more, you know, and I haven't seen the more.
Obama gave us a phone.
He gave us a phone. He's going to do more. He's going to give us them checks. I wish I really could have said he was going to give me my check back, some certain other things that I was willing. I was talking to him about getting, like, back in the day, I had 5 kids, and I had vouchers for all 5 of my kids. Now it's a limit where you're only 12. You can't get it after 12. You know, you saying I can leave this 13-year at home by himself because he's 12 and you ain't going to pay for his daycare? He said he was going to take care of that. We were going to get it up to they 16 because back in the day it was 16 and you're off the daycare. Now it's like 12 years old. And
well, the issue is these systems of dependency destroy countries is the issue.
It destroyed our country. I mean, the country that I live in, around where I live.
So you recognize this is a bad system?
Yes, it is a bad system. For example, I got sisters and nieces and nephews that's out here at their age. I was buying houses. Now, ain't no way they could buy a house without a job.
Exactly.
Off of food.
And what did that? Deindustrialization, globalism, devaluation of the dollar.
Right. It's like they taking, how can I say it, like big dollar and giving it to us poor where we working 20 times more for just $1.
The dollar shrinks.
Right, it shrinks. That's a good idea.
Until it's not economically feasible to play by the rules and work.
Right.
For the average working class person. That's Cloward and Piven. Then the whole thing bankrupts. Then they radically reorganize society. And then you're putting forced labor brigades and basically live in work camps. How's that sound?
It's worse. It's worse the way they got it now to me.
Let me tell you, when they're done,
we're going to be messed up worse than
nobody's going to be laying around getting a welfare check. You're going to be in a forced labor camp.
Well, they already got it like that. Like I was telling you, I got 2 kids now, a 12 and a 17-year-old, and I used to get $389. But now if I'm paying $250 a month, that's enough to pay my rent, plus get me some toiletries for my house, washing powder, or whatever you need.
Let's be clear. You've got to work and get welfare to survive.
That's it, man. I work right now. I get $145, $150 a week. And I work like 15.
Well, you know, Walmart, for 5 years on record, tells their employees, oh, we do you a favor. We pay you so little that you then qualify for food stamps. So, again, we're subsidizing a family worth $200 billion with welfare.
Right.
Who then deindustrialized.
They cross us right there. They catch us up. They hooked us.
But see, Carlos Slim, do you know who made almost all the money off the Obama phone contracts?
Yeah, you just named
the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
The Lebanese Mexican. He's not even Mexican. The point is that, I mean, I'm not going to get into who he really is, folks. He owns the New York Times, but let me tell you, he's El Jefe.
Yeah.
When you get up to super El Jefe level, you're not called Don Corleone. You know, you're called a respected man.
Right.
Let me tell you, he's in it all.
Mm-hmm.
He made money off the Obama phone. Obama didn't give you a phone because he cared about you. He wanted you to think he did.
Right.
He gave you a phone and paid Carlos Slim 3 times what it was worth.
To get the phones. Right.
Carlos Slim got my money.
Oh, okay.
You understand? That's what they did. Because Carlos Slim runs the show and is worth hundreds of billions.
Right. And the way I put it in, like I was...
And by the way, the media was like, Carlos Slim thinks you should only have to work 3 days a week. Isn't he nice? And then you read the subheadlines, until you're 80 years old. Right. You're not going to be able to retire now, but don't worry, you're going to love having to work till you're 80.
Right.
Isn't he a humanitarian? Carlos Slim... meeting with Bill Gates, who's the top eugenicist, he's going to let you work till you're 80. Isn't he nice?
No, he ain't nice.
What the newspaper said he was.
No, he ain't nice. That ain't nice at all. I'm like 50. How long it's going to last? I can't work.
Carlos said. He cares about you. That's why he gets all these monopolies. on telecoms and oil and